I'm going to introduce you to a guy who's got to be doing something right, because listen to this. At age 12, he started his own business, and by 17, he was a millionaire. He's now the youngest African American of any publicly traded company, and he's written this book called Creating Success from the Inside Out. And this morning, I want you to meet Ephren Taylor here with me in studio with some advice on how you can get rich. And I love your story, because you created this business at 12 because you wanted to play video games. Your parents said, hey, those are too expensive. I'm not going to buy them for you. You said, forget about it. I'm going to make them myself.
Yeah, my mom challenged me with a question, said, go figure out how to make your own video games. She was tired of me, I guess, nagging her all the time for it. And they made an investment in a book. I read that book and ended up teaching myself how to program computers. We didn't even have a computer at the house at the time, so I had to use the school's computers. Yeah.
You were determined to play some video games.
I had nothing else to do. So, you know, did that, and I took those skill sets, ended up starting an internet firm, and then went on from there to...
But how do you know to do that at 12?
Well, you don't. I mean, the thing is, when you're 12, you know, you dream, and nobody's telling you that these dreams aren't possible. And in a household that I came out of, you know, my parents were telling me that you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
And that's so important, isn't it?
Yeah, I was actually dumb enough to believe it. So
now it's paid off. So
absolutely.
For those kids who are still in college who feel like, you know what, I have loans to pay off, I'm just trying to pass my classes, you say, look, you need to start your business now.
Absolutely. You know, when you're young, everybody wants to help you. And college campus is the best place to start a business. You got all your buddies. You got all the free help in the world that you can get. You got professors. You got educators. You got experienced business people that are there. So using those resources on a college campus, you can pull off a lot of great things. And we've seen that more evident now of all the dorm room startups that have happened, gotten funded, and went on to do some very powerful things.
But it's kind of scary, wouldn't you say? I mean, let's be real about it, because, like I said, you got student loans. You're still trying to pass your classes. You don't have that real world experience, and that's key to having that confidence, to knowing that, you know, this is going to be a success.
Well, you know, I kind of disagree just a little bit. That, you know, yes, it is scary, and that's one of the things I talk about in the book, is about this dark hall of fear of all these things we're scared of. I don't know how to do this.
I can't do that.
Exactly.
How do I do this?
And I believe that a lot of Americans, you know, are just fearful of entrepreneurship just as a whole because of all the risks that come with it. But when you're in college, yeah, you have the student loans, but do we really think about all the consequences when we were younger? And that's one of the best times to start, because you don't have the family yet, you don't have the house, the mortgage, the kids, and things like that. I'm married, and I got 2 kids now, so my risk tolerance is a little bit different. Yeah,
so be fearless is what you're saying. Okay,
absolutely. You
have 5 tips on how to actually launch a business and make it a success. So let's go through them. First one is turn a disadvantage into an advantage. How so?
Absolutely. When I was younger, starting my entrepreneurial ventures, you know, a lot of people said, you were too young, you didn't have the knowledge. And so I took my youth and spun it as a marketing advantage that we had, because we understood the market that we were going after. And so
you are the market.
Absolutely. And people bought it, and it worked out well.
I love this. Stay persistent. You say that you were turned down by, what, 80 different times as you went along asking for money, people to invest in your company?
Yeah, all the time. You know, and the thing is, for an entrepreneur to be successful, you will be told no. It will not work probably the first time, and you don't want it to. But you have to be persistent, keep going for it, and that's one of the greatest skill sets that I really admire. And if you track successful people, they're all very persistent.
Right. But they're all well-read as well, and that's key, that knowledge base. So that's number 3 on your list. You also say number 4, go for it. And I want to get to the last one, though. It's recession equals opportunity. That's very key in this day and age. Why does it equal opportunity right now? Because a lot of people are out of jobs.
Well, you know, that's the best time to start. You know, when opportunities have been closed, you know, I think many Americans are realizing right now that entrepreneurship is the best route for them. And even now, with job uncertainty, people are now having to create additional income sources, and that if your business is working well in a recession, imagine what it'll be doing when things turn around. And that's where our company, City Capital, is focused on, is making investments into those entrepreneurial ventures that'll foster them, recreate jobs, stimulate the economy, and take things to the next level.
So you're a venture capitalist now?
I'm more of a social capitalist.
Okay. So you made your fortune, and now you're helping others do that?
Absolutely, especially young people.
Ephren, it's nice meeting you. Thanks so much for your information today. We do appreciate it. All right, TJ, so now's the time. Maybe we should start a business.
What in the world would we market, Betty? What in the world could you and I?
What could we do?
Yeah, Ephren, what do you think, man? What could Betty and I market? What do we seem like we could sell?
You're the expert here.
I don't know. You guys sell news pretty good.
Maybe we should keep our day jobs then.
All right, thanks. Good to meet you, my man.